Right, let's get your show on the road.
Are you doing something on
Zucket,
Sirenscape already?
pitch black greets you as you open
Oh,
your eyes. But do not panic, for you have been in this situation before. You feel the burlap fabric on your head, reminding you of last time you found yourself in this situation. At Yester Hill, or was it just after the windmill? No matter. But this time there is no chanting, and you do not hear your brethren struggle against their bonds beside you. Suddenly, you hear a scream, one of horror and pain. Instinctively, you try to turn, but your bonds keep you firmly in place. The scream continues, yet your struggles remain in vain, and as suddenly as the scream started, it ends. Deafening silence. The only thing you hear is the sound of your own labored breathing. A door opens and closes. You hear footsteps, shoes on flagstone. Your heightened sense is almost hearing the sound that the fabric makes as the owner of the shoes
Hmm.
walks, and a scent of a faint odor of perfume attacks your nostrils. The shoes stop closer now, and another door opens. My friend, we have to stop meeting like this. I jest. The hood is removed from your head, and in the light of the open door, you see silhouetted in front of you Strahd. I hope you can provide me with better answers than the bard or the cleric. But first things first, Socket. I must congratulate you. You have driven a proverbial stake through my crystal heart. How did you know?
Oh, there we go. Well, kind of happened upon it. Like, I was checking out my future house and all, exploring out. So, big glowy heart inside, your lair. I had to smash it.
Do not play coy with me, Zucket. Who told you about the heart? Was it that charlatan von Richten or one of the elves? No, the elves would not dare oppose me, not after what Rahadin did to them and their women in my name. Well, no matter. No use in fretting over spilled wine. I will find out when I get my hands on your friends, or rather, what remains of your friends. I had high hopes for you, Zakat. You were my favorite. Yet such is the nature of favorites. In time, they inevitably let you down.
Strahd looks mournfully at you for a moment. Now, to the matter at hand. Tachana, the time to return her to me has come and gone, Zagat. I am a man of my word. I was under the impression that we had a deal. Strahd makes a show of looking around the room. I might be mistaken, but I believe you have recanted on the terms of our deal. No sign of my Tachana, and still the werewolves are running around unmolested. And on top of it all, you have defiled my room of rest and destroyed my property. As I said, favorites always have a way of letting you down in the end. And make no mistake, Zucket, this is the end. It is clear to me now that you and your band of ruffians are not only unwilling but utterly incapable of holding up to your ends of ordeals. And on top of it all, you bore me. All your tedious running around stacking failure upon failure. It grows tiresome, Zaket. I have a kingdom to run, souls to collect for the tribute. I do not have time to babysit. All your antics were amusing for a time, to be sure, but now they are just sad. Very sad indeed. But I am not a monster. Not by any means. I will grant you one last request, within reason, of course. Your bravado has at least earned you that.
And I would like something, but it's twofold. One, I want Bax to be able to leave the castle in peace. And second, I want to be made a king.
Most amusing, and the bravado was expecting, but it is far beyond reasonable, Zaket. Now, if you will excuse me, I have more important matters to attend to. Strahd turns and leaves the room, leaving the door open. In the gloom outside of the room, you see shapes forming. 3 humanoid figures rush into the room. The lead one collides with your body, the force enough to topple you on your chair. As your head collides with the floor, so does your chair, and the ladder breaks, though the force is enough that the former might have enjoyed the same fate. A sheer adrenaline takes over, your body breaking free of its restraint. You try to push the figure off of you, its teeth and claws failing to find purchase on your body. From the corner of your eye, you see one of the pieces from the chair, your hand reaching for it, and as the fangs of your assailant break your skin for the first time, your hand grips the piece of wood. A scream bellows from deep inside of you as you plunge it through the temple of the spawn, its grey matter seeping out immediately as its body falls down, its dead weight pinning you to the ground as the other 2 shapes make their way into the room. The scant light glinting off of the armor of the left one. For a split second you think you recognize him. As he closes the door behind him, his eyes glow red, an all too familiar voice utters from his mouth while his fangs grow in length.
I will drink every last drop from you, my friend. The master demands it.
You're muted, Coins.
Bax, you are standing in front of Leaf. What do you do?
Can I just take a moment to appreciate that? That was fantastic.
Thank you, Zakat. Thank you, Killian.
I left asking Leaf a question last week.
Pray do tell, what was the question?
Is there anything he could possibly tell me that might aid us in our heroic fight against his master, or any secrets he may know?
Well, I must say, I am amiss at what you exactly want. I can tell you, about the heart, or about his resting place. I'm confused. Do you want to get out? Do you want to kill? What do you want?
Tell me about his heart.
Well,
Wouldn't happen to be a massive glowing heart suspended up a tower, would it?
How did you know? How did you know?
I've seen it with my eyes. Can you tell me what it does?
From what I can tell, it provides the master with some sort of temporary HP. It makes it so he is harder to kill.
Oh. What would happen if someone would I don't know, destroy it?
Well, the temporary HP, it would be nullified. He would only have his own life force to protect him.
Oh, and what of this place of rest you spoke of?
It's his coffin. He needs to get back there too. I've said too much.
And I lean in towards him, but still with my hand on the sword, and say, "Sorry, you were saying?"
He takes a moment to look at where the rope would be, and he calculates that even though he can use his hand to with your restraints, it wouldn't be enough to pull the rope.
Rest assured, I mean you no harm, as long as the answers you give me are truthful.
I am confused. What do you want? Didn't you say you were, for lack of a better word, hired by the master?
I was hired to perform a specific task.
What was
but
that?
That is between me and your master. But I would ask that you consider your circumstances. And I'm not asking you to betray your master, I'm just simply asking for some information. I will then leave you in peace.
Will you untie me before you leave?
Sadly, no. But I will leave you the means to escape yourself.
How? Will you leave a knife on the table that I can grip with my head, with my teeth, and then do auto-fellatio, but instead I will just cut the ropes?
Well, in the great words of the great ancient sage MacGyver, I'm sure you can work it out. Now, tell me this information.
MacIver you speak of.
Tell me this information that I seek. What can you tell me about your master's place of rest?
It's a place that he needs to go if he is trying to revivify himself.
And where is this place of rest?
In downstairs in the keep, in the catacombs.
You wouldn't happen to have a map of the castle at hand, would you?
His hands are tied to his body, and it's like,
No, but I can show you the way. By signs.
How about a way out of the place?
Do you want to get out of the front door, or do you want to get out of the area?
I'd like to. Is there a way I can maybe sneak out? Surely there must be a servant's entrance. That's unseen.
Well, if you want a service entrance, you go down one floor, and then another, and then there's the servants' quarters. Do not go down one more again, because that's the dungeon area.
Is there a way out from the servants' quarters to the outside?
From the servants' area, you can take the elevator and go out, but it's a guarded area.
What normally guards the area?
Gargoyles and dragons.
Dragons.
Well, wormlings, but they're dragons of a sort.
Is there any way of presenting myself as a friend? Do you have ID badges or?
No, they just know us. I never leave this castle. This is my home, so I'm not sure, but I imagine if you speak friend in Elven, you might maybe get out, but I'm not sure.
So you say they know you?
Well, they might have forgotten me. I have been in this
in this room in this castle for quite some time now. About 50 years. Oh my God! It's been 50 years already.
So the chances are they probably won't remember you.
I was a young lad in my prime, but I haven't seen a mirror in decades. As you can imagine, the master doesn't really care much for mirrors.
I like blow on my arm and I rub my plate mail so it's a bit shiny, and then hold it up so he can see his reflection.
It's a bit blurry. And I will give you inspiration for this because this is pretty awesome. He looks in the reflection and, oh my God, is that me? Where did my hair go? These
I must-
wrinkles, I hadn't had them before.
I must say you are looking rather tired.
I am. All this counting, accounting. it grows on someone.
Is there anything else you can tell me, Leaf, before I leave?
Leaf. You are one sassy lad. I heard rumors by one of the servants about a brazier at the lower floors that can teleport you anywhere, but I'm not sure. I've never been there.
Yeah, I may have already come across that. Let me, before I leave, if you've been in the castle quite some time, if prisoners were, let's say, to be captured, where are they likely to be taken?
Well, I would imagine the dungeon area.
Is there any other place that the people are taken to be questioned?
He looks down at his bonds and his chair. I would imagine here.
Touche. All right, Leaf. I appreciate your candor and your honesty with me. I will be honest, I do mean you no harm. I just couldn't take the risk that you would raise the alarm. I will leave you be.
No,
Uh,
you would give me the means of escape.
yeah, do you have a knife or anything? Or a small blade in the
Do
room?
I look like I would bring a knife fight?
Surely you must have a letter opener or something. You're an accountant.
And he nods to the other corner of the desk. It might be there, but I cannot use it with my hands tied.
Where there's a will, there's a way, Leaf. These boxes that are locked in this room, you wouldn't happen to have the key for them, would you?
Well, I had the key, but it's been lost for quite some time.
Lost where? In the room?
Yes,
You have no idea where it might be.
it might be around, though I'm not sure. You're welcome to look around, but I would, ask you to release me so I can just leave.
You must understand I can't take the risk that you would raise an alarm.
What if I promise you that I won't raise the alarm?
I'll do an inside check.
Sure.
Though I already know what the answer's going to be.
I won't raise the alarm, just a alarm.
Oh, I heard him.
You're quite certain that the alarm was nothing like any alarm, but a alarm.
Leaf, I promise you will escape. Is there just, I know I keep saying this, but I keep thinking of things. Is there anything in this room that might, be worth me acquiring to take with me? I realize this is an absurd question to ask you, But
I
I'd
mean,
rather ask you just randomly.
everything in this room is valuable to an extent.
What would you say is the most valuable thing in this room, other
My-
than yourself? Other than yourself,
Okay, well, other than myself, you
and then me,
maybe,
and then me. Yeah,
Uh,
and not me.
um,
Or your freedom.
you're making it quite difficult here. I think, um, in these boxes there are things, but I don't remember where the key to these chests is. So
Can I do an insight check on that to see if he's like?
sure. As far as you know, he is telling the truth.
So there's nothing in here you would consider the most valuable thing.
Apart from me, you, my life, and the stuff in the chests.
Is there any other way of opening the chest?
Brute force, maybe.
There's just one key, and it's lost somewhere in this room, and you can't remember where.
Indeed.
Can I go over to one of the chests and try to bash it open? I'm assuming it's got a lock on it, right?
Sure. Which one are you going to?
I look at all of them in turn. There's 4, right, along the bottom.
Yeah.
And I just inspect them all first to see if they've got any teeth. Do any of them have teeth?
None of them have teeth.
All right, and then I'll just go with the one closest to me.
Right, so we'll name that number 4.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, right?
Yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I'll try on all of them anyway.
Right. All of them are locked with a sturdy iron lock.
I attempt to bash the lock with my sword. Break open.
Roll me a attack roll.
Okay. You don't want me to target anything, right?
No. You strike it with the pommel of your sword. Yeah, great sword.
Mm-hmm.
And it remains intact.
Does it look like there's any sort of give on it now?
No.
So it doesn't look like any repeated attempts is going to...
Well, your attack with a 16 did not really...
Oh, that was just my... that wasn't my damage, though, was it?
No. That was just like you hit it. Like the bottom of your sword, the pommel, hits the lock. And it doesn't budge.
Is there any way that I can put the sword into the lock and then use it as leverage to try and pry the lock open?
Yes. It's a large sword.
It is a large sword, so I should get a lot of leverage behind it.
Yes, but it's
I
a
won't put it down.
tiny space. So if you want to do it by leverage, you would have to do a dexterity check with disadvantage. And if you fail my DC by 5 or more...
My sword breaks.
Yes.
Is there anything... I look around the room to see if there's anything I can use to stick in the hole to for leverage to pry open.
Phrasing. Give me a investigation check. You look around and this whole room is either books or tomes or leaf. Nothing really stands out that you could use.
1 second, let me check.
Yeah, read up on the adventure module.
I'm looking to see what I have on me, on my person. I have a candelabrum. Isn't that? I'll try and hit it again. I'll try and hit the next one to see if that has any more give to it. So
All right.
Number 3.
Give me another attack roll. Again, the same thing. You hit it with the butt of your, like the pommel of your sword. Doesn't budge.
I'll try the other 2 as well,
All right.
just in case they have a bit more leverage to them, a bit more wear to them.
The first one doesn't budge at all, and I imagine you tried the second one also?
I do, yeah.
You totally missed this one.
I look over to see if Leaf is watching me.
He is.
Does he look amused at the fact that I can't get into his chest?
He looks very scared.
Whereabouts did you... Where was the last place you had the key? That you remember having this key?
He... Like, his hands are tight and he points to his pocket. There! But it's not there anymore, so you don't have to check.
I'll go and check his pocket.
You
Like,
can.
I'll go and pat him down.
Give me an investigation check.
I do it gently as well, not to be intrusive with it. Investigation again, yeah?
You check his pockets and there's a lot in there. There's like a little bottle of ink. In the other pocket you find a quail in a rather prestigious box. But no keys.
I'll just have a quick look around his desk because I'm conscious of spending too much time in here. So I'll just have a rummage around, just a general rummage to see if I can find this key.
Sure. Give me another investigation check.
Only thing I'm not good at. Ugh.
It is a jumble of books, papers, ledgers. You cannot make heads or tails of it. You're not an accountant.
No, but I know what a key looks like.
I know. You do not find a key.
Okay. Right, Leaf. I can't spend any more time here with you, I'm afraid. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me. I shall leave you be.
What do you do? Tell me now.
I reach over and place the letter opener in his hand and say, with enough time, you'll get out. I promise.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, for the love of...
You're not sure, but you think Leaf is looking at this door, like his eyes are darting to this door.
Are you expecting company? Are you expecting company, Leaf? Leaf. I'll step behind him. And he's on a chair, right?
He is on a chair.
And he's facing me.
Yes.
I'll spin the chair around so he's facing that door, and I will hold the back of the chair while dragging it towards this exit.
As you do, the door opens to the
west. And I think it's time to roll for initiative.
Oh, now I get a freaking nat 20.
At least you're first to smite.
Right, but I wanted to crack open the chest.
Wait, do you still have
Actually-
spell slots, Shelby?
He had a long rest. He has everything.
Oh,
I'm good to go,
nice.
baby.
Nice, nice, nice.
So
As
is
you're
Garrett.
dragging the chair in front of you, you see the door open and two vampire spawn rush in the door.
Okay.
It's your turn.
While
Round 1.
holding on to Leaf on the chair, using him as a tactical shield, not a human shield, tactical shield, I'll reach to the amulet I have that's currently around my neck, and I will expend 5 charges and cast Sunlight.
Alright.
Awesome.
I don't have an effect for that,
Well,
unless you pick one on me. I think you did you?
no.
I have that one. Do you want me to do it?
You did sunlight. What is the radius on this?
I think it's just the Sunlight spell. Hang on, let me just... It's the holy symbol of Ravenkind. And it says, as an action, you can expend 5 charges while presenting the holy symbol to make it shed bright light for 30-foot radius, and dim light for an additional 30 feet. The light is sunlight and lasts for 10 minutes or until you end the effect. No action required. So for 30 feet around me, I have sunlight. Wow, that is pretty bright.
Is it 30 or 60 feet, Joby?
The spell in this list says 30. 30-foot radius. I need to turn this down so I can...
Yeah, same for me. DM, I have the effect for the daylight spell. Do you want me to apply it?
Yeah, sure.
On which ones?
None of them, because none of them are in the area yet, are they?
Okay, just
you
tell
go.
me when to put it on who. So
Alright. Is that your turn? Bax?
Yeah, I've got my back against this door and him in front of me, and that is my turn. And as I pass my turn, I say, "Come near me if you dare."
Right, vampire spawn number 3 uses its movement to dash and
So that-
jumps right here.
Will it take damage on it as it enters the sunlight?
Well, that is the thing. Not as it enters.
As it ends its turn in sunlight, then I guess.
Not enters or ends. So can you put the effect on number 3? Thank you. And that's its turn. Leaf is what's happening? What's happening? Unleash me! Unleash me! And vampire spawn number 2 uses its dash to get next to you, Sal. If you do the honors.
sorry, which one? The music was still very loud. I could not
The
hear
other
you.
one, so
Okay,
number 2. 2 and 3 are now in sunlight.
there you go.
All right,
Thank you.
Bax.
Is Leaf susceptible?
No. What do you do?
I kick the chair over while drawing my sword down on number 2. And then I go to attack him.
All right. That
And I-
misses.
I try it with the upswing.
On the upswing, you miss even harder.
God damn it. That is my turn.
All right.
You see that the moment it tries to attack you, it takes damage. The bright light of your holy symbol, it burns its head, its skin, showing bright red and then black patches, but still it uses its claw attack on you. Misses on the first one, tries to bite you. Again, misses. Leaf is very confused as he is dropped on the floor. This lovely man tries to hit you with its claws. Misses, also tries the same thing with the teeth. Misses again. Bax, what do you do?
I just continue to try and hack it down.
That hits.
I'll put a smite on it on level 1.
Oh dang.
That was my first attack, right?
Yep.
And then I'll go again. This time I just hit him just with a normal attack. Is it still standing?
It's still standing.
That is my turn because I didn't kill it. I'll take off one of the spell slots.
Alright. The black spots on his skin are growing in number, and you see like little wafts of smoke on its face as it is trying to attack you again with its claws. Drops a 19.
Oh, so close. So
Tries
close.
again. Misses. Leaf is just totally flabbergasted. Like, what's happening? Release me! And this one is close to death. Like, its skin is falling off of its face as it tries to claw at you.
It's committed, I'll give it that.
And it tries again. That
Oh,
is
he got me.
a hit. Doesn't go for the grapple, just goes for full damage. Wounded. And tries to jump out of the ring of
I'll hit
daylight.
it. I'll hit it as it tries to escape from me.
Yes. Do it.
It's the same one I've been attacking, isn't it?
Yes, the top one. Hits.
And I don't say anything. I just try and cut it in half.
It's dead. It tries to run away and you just slash it on the back. And that's its turn. Bax, your turn again.
I then shift my attention to number 3 and try and hit it.
You miss.
Try and do it with the upswing. Oh,
Miss again.
and that is my turn. Oh, I won't let me skip. Oh, there we go.
Alright, Vampire Spawn number 3 sees its mate being slashed down, tries to hit you once again. Misses. Tries to bite you. Misses again. And is doing like its fangs showing, and it tries to intimidate you. Roll me a charisma saving throw
Okay.
with advantage.
It clearly doesn't know how sexy I am, but okay. Charisma saving throw with a +7. Let's do this.
You just
I'm a-
laugh in his face.
I'm a sexy motherfucker. But yeah.
You are. Leaf is totally confused. This one burns up in the daylight to a heap of ash. It will not be returning. Bax.
I try to decapitate this one.
Alright. That's a miss. That is a hit.
I will smite it at level 1. Just to make sure.
And this one too has died. And you see its mangled body try to get up, but the daylight spell, like the sun spell, it just burns it all to ash.
Have you got any more friends that are coming to say hello, Leaf?
These were not my friends, but you did very well. You made quite a. Please let me go. Please.
You misunderstand me. I don't need your approval. I thought we were having a civil conversation. How did you summon them?
I did not. They just come in from time to time. And I just kept you talking.
So you knew they were coming. You just failed to mention it to me.
Well, it's.
I think maybe we have a problem, Leaf.
No, we do not. Please.
I'll pick up the chair. I'll pick up the chair and sit him upright.
All right. He is stood upright again, and as he goes from like,
Okay. You're very strong. Yes, you're very strong. Please.
I'll do
please
this
leave
one more
me.
time. I'll do this one more time before our time ends. Do you know where this key is?
I have to say, I do not know. I do not. I've been here for 50 years. I have lost so many things and found little much. I have no idea where this key is.
Goodbye, Leaf. And I go to lift up my sword right over him, and then I just turn away and sheath it and walk out of the room. And shut the door behind me.
right. So you're here, right?
I'm gonna deciding that this place is quite dangerous, and I'm not going to be of any help to any of the 3 that are missing that I know of in this place. I decide to leave and find the others. So
Right.
I'm going to make my way down 2 levels and try to go for the 7th course.
Right. You're going down 2 levels in one go.
Yeah, I'm making my way straight to the 7th course. The vampire spawn has kind of reminded me that this is a bit of a dangerous place for me to be in.
All right. I would like to address the fact that Bax just killed 2 vampire spawn in 5 rounds.
That radiant damage, though.
Oh hell Bax, the god of the squishies. Bow before me.
The power of the sun.
Bow before me.
I would like to say that I would have a grand easier time had I had a long rest before, or like anywhere in the past 3 days. Really.
I killed 2 vampire spawn in 5 rounds, but I killed 3 in 3 rounds. When I threw him off the top of the roof, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but there is a reason you are called Bax the Illuminator.
I know,
Yes.
right? It works. The name just works, doesn't it?
Exactly. Bravo.
The DM certainly was right when he mentioned that this symbol, this holy symbol, was like the nuclear option.
Yeah.
Why don't you get the Sun Sword as well?
Wielding a lightsaber. I'm quite happy.
Right, Bax, you are at the lower floor. You went down 2 flights of stairs, but you can tell that there's a flight of stairs below you. What do you do?
As I was going down the stairs, obviously my illumination from the sunlight spell is probably still going for a few more minutes. So I kind of like tuck it in, try and obscure myself a little bit. Oh, the token's not locked. Oh, I'll heed his warning when he said not to go down anymore. And I'm just going to make a beeline for the exit. So I'm going to make my way up towards the door here. I'm still looking out for any sort of obvious signs that any of my companions, any signs of the companions, like blood or disturbances or anything along my way through and on the way out. Because I'm still trying to look for them at the same time.
All right.
I'd like to know what their fate was. So I'll peer through the door.
You peer through the door, and what you see is a rather large opening.
Okay. I'll open the door, follow you then, and step in.
With your 120-foot dark vision, you check this room and see a rather dinky man standing in the middle of the room.
I do a divine scent and see what kind of odor I get off it.
Well, you get a very foul smelling odor of him, but you have seen this man before during the dinner.
He's not the butler, is he?
He is.
Is he the butler? Has he noticed me?
He has not noticed you because he's looking to the east at the moment.
Can I see what he's looking at? Or is he just traveling in that direction?
He is just traveling in this direction.
One moment, hang on. I step into the room.
Well, with this stepping into the room, because you are wearing heavy armor, are you doing this stealthily?
No.
He
No, I'm
looks
stepping out.
around and sees you. No, you are one of the guests. Can I help you?
You're breaking up, sorry. Really hard to hear.
You are one of the guests. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for my companions. I seem to
I
have
can
woken...
show them. I can bring you to them.
You can what? Sorry? You can lead me to them?
Yes.
Okay. How far away are they?
They are up one stairs and then to left and to the north.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to write that down. I can't hear a word you're saying.
Well, it's not that difficult. So we go up one stair, then we go to the east, the west, and then we go to the north.
So up one level to the west, to the east, and then to the north.
Yes.
No, to the west and to the north.
Yes.
Okay. You realise that I may no longer need you if you tell me exactly where they are. So maybe you should just continue on your way.
Okay. It is very difficult to leave you.
Why?
Because the master is looking for you.
Please
Your master's looking for me.
Yes,
Why is he looking for me?
because you did something to the property. And as he's talking, you see saliva running down the side of his mouth.
Nice.
Gonna mute the DM.
I find myself with a bit of an issue then.
What?
Well, because you know where I am, and I'm not very keen on your master knowing where I am. I think we may have a slight problem.
I'm just a lonely servant. I'm sorry. Why do you... please leave.
Sorry. Please what?
Leave. Leave.
Leaf? No, I've met Leaf. He's upstairs. He's a nice man.
Yes, but you...
Couldn't help it,
you
sorry.
leave.
Yes. No, I'm not Leaf. I'm Bax. Oh, sorry. You're asking me to leave.
Yes.
I am. I have all the intention to leave, but again, I am not stupid enough to leave someone who knows where I am. So, would you care to come with me, or would you like me to tie you up here?
He looks... like his eyes roll up for a second as he's thinking, and then he just tries to bolt.
I'll give chase after him. Actually, hang on. As he does that, I want to summon Gary in front of him, like with the door. I'll use a level 2 spell slot, and I'll cast Gary like on the other side of in the direction he's running.
Right, he is running to the north. There.
Yep. So I will place Gary against that wall. Like if I put a marker down, I'll cast Gary there. I haven't got a. Oh wait, no, you didn't. You give me a thingy to
Yeah.
an action. Oh yeah, I get to use that. Hang on,
Do it.
sorry.
Do it. Do it.
All right. Hang on. It's, I don't like it. I don't like it. Where is it? Oh crap! Find steed. Ah, there it is. Right. Remind me how I do this. Do I just cast it? Right.
Yeah.
Riding mount size larger. Do I have to? Did we decide if I have to take the target or not?
I don't know. Let's just see what happens.
Okay. So I just click and drag it onto the board then.
I think so.
Okay. There he is.
There's Gary. What's this? Please move it.
I'll come up after him. Like, where are you going, my friend?
Please.
I told you.
Please
I
let me
can't
go.
I can't let you leave without knowing that you're secure. I can't risk anyone finding me when I'm alone. I don't want to harm you, so please don't give me any reasons to.
Please. Is this a horse?
While I say this, I like wipe the blood off the vampire spawn off the sword that I have. Like I've already met some of your companions, and I don't want you to meet their same fate. Now, just please remain calm. Let me restrain you, and I will leave you with no harm. If you don't, or you pose me any sort of threat. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good point. If you do resist, I'm afraid I will have to react.
I am. Please, do not hurt me.
Do you have any rope or any restraints upon your persons?
Let me see my character sheet.
Try and use small words from this point on, please.
Character sheet.
Right. Okay.
I do not have any rope.
You don't have any rope?
No.
Do you have any shackles or anything I can bind you with?
No. And you hear a door open to the northwest.
I hear open, right?
Well, give me a wisdom. Give me an insight check.
An insight check, yeah.
Yeah.
So
You can tell that he's trying to mimic his voice, like to throw his voice to make it so that a door opens to the northwest.
Can I attempt to knock him out? Like non-lethal damage, just knock him unconscious. I don't want to kill him.
Give me a regular attack roll.
Do you want me to target him or just regular attack roll?
Yeah, you can target him.
Targeting him? I've got so many windows open right now. It's stupid.
Yeah, you're targeting him.
Alright, so you want attack roll. So.
You have many windows open? Really?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, if I put the map at the back, that's better.
Well, even with an 8, like, you try to strike him, and just as the pommel of your sword would contact with the head of him, he just drops like duck.
You keep cutting out. It's really hard. He what? He drops.
He said
duck.
Duck.
He ducks. Please stop talking like that. I'm begging you, please.
I can't. This is my voice now.
Right, then you're leaving me very little option not to it. Right, so I will continue to just constantly knock him out. Like I am now committed to knocking him out. I need him unconscious.
Right, roll for initiative.
Hey.
Sorry, I tried to be understanding, but now he has to be unconscious. You ready?
I am ready. Round 1.
I will again try and hit him. Oh, now I get a fucking nat 20.
Natural 20. The target is reduced to 0 HP.
You cannot write this, can you? I mean, seriously.
Alright, so
He's unconscious, right?
he is very much unconscious. Like, you just slap him on the head, and he's like, oh no! And he falls to the ground.
Wow. Okay. Well,
That is the weirdest critical hit.
Oh, right. This is exactly what I was going for, though, right? I was just like, boop.
But just realize that if this natural 20 would have hit Strahd, he would have lost half his health.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? So with him,
it says if the creature's CR level is above the attacker's level, then it loses only half of its remaining HP.
yeah. So he would only lose half. Strahd would only lose half, right? If we had got
Which
that
is still a fuckload.
yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So he's now unconscious, right?
Yep.
I will search his persons to see what he has on him, and I will disarm him of any weapons he may have.
He doesn't have any weapons, but he has like a ring of keys on him.
I take the keys. I take the ring of keys off him.
Mm-hmm.
X throws it away. What would I need that for?
Who needs keys? No, I pocket the keys.
All right.
And he has nothing else on him.
Nothing else.
All right, then I pick him up and throw him over Gary's back.
Mm-hmm.
I get Gary to follow me, and then I make my way back the way I came.
All right.
I go back the way I came, and then go down one more flight of stairs to the dungeons. Because remembering it right, Leaf said the dungeons was one floor lower than the servants' quarters.
Yeah.
So I'm going to head down to the dungeons, and I'm going to use my newly acquired keys to try and lock him in one of the cells.
All right. I will move everybody to the dungeon.
Can I close this map, or should I keep open?
You can close this map unless you want to get
I'll be coming back up as soon as I secure him
back
here.
on this map.
As soon as I secure him in the cell, I'm going to come back up. So I'll just make my way. Is this the level that we started on? Like, do I recognize it? Is this got the? Is this the level with the water in it?
You have 120 vision dark, like 120 feet dark vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Draw me a line of 120 feet.
Okay. I don't recognize it.
You do not recognize this, no, you don't.
Huh. I'll make my way down into the room. I'm just looking all around, looking out for anybody or any threats. I'm looking for any of my friends that might be in here.
Right. For once, I will share this record with everybody.
If only just for Gary. Took great care in choosing his token.
Gary is following you, I imagine.
He is. He is, yeah.
What
Are the
do
are
you do?
these little square boxes the cells?
Well, buried deep beneath the keep of Ravenloft lie
What was that?
like ancient catacombs with arched ceilings supported by wide hollow columns that double as crypts. Cobwebs hang limp in the musty air. A thick fog clings to the floor, which is covered in putrid waste. The black ceiling is moving. What?
I look up at the ceiling. I tell why it's moving. Why it's moving. Is there something up there?
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation is that one.
You look up and it's pretty dark. Even with your dark vision, you cannot really tell what's going on the ceiling.
Okay. The first room here to my left, is that... Can I see inside it or is it enclosed?
Do you mean this one?
I do.
Well, you can certainly try to open it.
I'll do a divine sense first. Still got 3 more.
You check the script, and as you come closer, you see that the door is open.
Can I see anybody inside or anything?
Nothing is inside.
Does the door look like it has a lock on it?
It looks like, as you come closer, that the door has been moved aside, and this room is vacant but waiting for an occupant.
I will pit the... I didn't catch his name.
You did what now?
I didn't catch his name. It's Cyrus, isn't it?
Yeah.
I will put Cyrus inside the cell door and then close and attempt to lock it with the keys I've got.
Alright. You try to close the slab of stone and you try to look for a keyhole, but as you're standing in front of it, you cannot find any keyhole.
Am I able to slide it shut though?
You are.
Is there a way for me to prop it up? Like stop it from being open from the inside?
No, you look around and you do not see anything.
I as I'm looking around, is it on like a hinge then, this door, or is it like on runners, or how do I close it? How is the door moving?
Well, it's a stone slab.
So it's just literally a slab of stone just standing there.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I'll leave it for now then, and I'll go and have a look down here while I send Gary to just have a wander around to see if he can spot anything, and let me know if he sees anything or anyone. Like, I'll just let him wander aimlessly around.
Alright, this door is closed. What do you do?
Do I get any? I know, because I have to. No, do I get any sense of anything from behind the door, from my divine sense?
Um,
I don't have to see the creature.
you can feel evil.
Behind this door.
Yeah.
Okay. I really wanted to explore, but I decide just go back out, back up. Do they look like cages then? Or do they look like crypts?
They look like crypts.
So I can probably deduce that this is probably where the vampire spawns sleep. Or something sleeps.
Well, that's the point. You're not quite sure what is down here.
And the crypts are made of stone, right?
Yeah.
And the doors.
Yep. As you check the door that you are standing in front of, it says Patrina Velikovna, bride.
What about above the one that I've just placed Cyrus in?
That one did not have any markings on it.
What about the others? Can I just wander down
Sure.
quietly? Not stealthily, but just not like clanging around. Just having a look at each of the doors, see the names.
Sure, the one to the north says Artemis, builder of the keep.
Do I get a sense of anything behind that door?
No. Thou stranded amidst the monument of his life.
Okay. Can I push that one? Can I see if I can open that one?
Sure. You
Would you-
open this little crypt, and a skeleton draped in rags lies atop of a marble slab in the center of the crypt. You look around and the rest of the crypt is empty.
Okay. And the one to the south? I'm going to do it to each of them. So if I don't sense anything behind it, I'll open the door.
Well, the writing on the top one says Eric von Wonderbux.
Okay. Is there anything behind the door? Or anything I can sense from inside the room?
You cannot sense anything, but I will tell you now, you have to ask me if you try to sense anything.
Okay. Do I sense anything in this room?
No.
I'll open the door.
A gilded man lies atop a marble slab in the center of this otherwise barren crypt.
Is there anything... Like, is there anything lying on the table with him?
Well, there's nothing lying on the table with him, but his body is gilded.
Okay. The next one?
This one says Sasha Ivoskava.
Do I sense anything behind the door?
You sense evil.
I'll leave that door to the one underneath it.
This one says Bax the Illuminator.
Do I sense anything behind the door?
You do not sense anything behind the door.
Intrigued, I open it.
The moment you open it, the smell of rot and decay attacks your nostrils. It makes you dizzy and nauseous for a split second. As you open the door, you see a
Don't do it to me.
corpse
Don't do it to me.
on a marble slab in front of you.
Do I recognize the corpse?
It looks like you, and as you are stepping inside of the crypt, you touch its face, and the moment you touch his face, it just dissipates into thin air.
Is there anything where it remains from where it was lying?
No.
I step back out of there. I look above the door. Does it still say my name?
Still says your name.
Okay. Suspiciously creeped out, I decide this is enough for me. I leave this place. Me and Gary will go back upstairs, back on the attempt to get out.
Alrighty. Give me a second.
Yeah, I think that's enough for me traveling around. So I'll jump on Gary, assuming I can still fit underneath the doorways, because he can fit through them, can he? Ooh. And then I'll make my way. Leaf said east. No, that was the other guy, wasn't it? Saying where our friends were. Can you remind me what Leaf said? Like which direction it was for the elevator to get out?
Are you muted or can I not hear?
Leaf told you that you, because I was sneezing, I was muted. Leaf told you that you would go down to the cellar, like the prison, to get out.
Oh, I thought he said down 2 levels where I am now and then through the servants' quarters, not to go down to the dungeon.
Well, you could go down to the dungeon, but you could also go down to the servants' quarters. But the servants' quarters are where you are now,
Mm-hmm.
and you do not see a exit at this moment.
Then I'll just open a random door. Then I guess dealer's choice. The second door.
Which is
Well, there's a door to my immediate left. Right, that's one. That's then it's 2, 3, 4. So this one. The door that the other guy made. Oh, Jesus, Gary. The door that thingy made his voice throw that way. Wasn't there a way to bind them together so you only had to move one?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but there you are.
Okay. So I'll just go through the door.
You open this door, and this 20-foot square room is filled wall to wall with clutter. A long, sagging bed sits to one side under a huge faded tapestry that depicts Castle Ravenloft. Dusty lanterns sit in various places, and bright curtains are draped haphazardly around the room. Thousands of pieces of junk cover the floor. Broken swords, crumpled shields, and helmets lie in piles all about.
Are there any like great swords that stand out, or is it all rusted and
Oh,
worthless?
give me a investigation check.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, they are all broken, rusty. None of them are usable.
Okay. Then I'll just open the next door.
You move to the next door. And what you can see is a horrible, well, not see, but smell. A horrible odor of decay fills this steaming hot room. A huge pot boils and bubbles over a blazing fire pit in the center of this room. Its green muddy contents churning. The far wall is lined with pegs hanging from which are numerous large cooking implements, some of which could easily double as implements of torture.
I'll close the door behind me. And I can surmise that this other door probably leads into the same room, or...
Well, you could, yeah.
Alright, well, I'll just crack open just to make sure. If it is the same, then I'll just leave it be.
You crack it open and it's again the same room that you can tell.
Okay, and the stairs around the corner, they go up or down?
They go up.
Before I leave this floor, I'll double check. Is this a door over here I'm heading towards, or is it just the way that drawn?
Yeah, that's the door.
Then in that case, I'll just peek through there as well. Is that the last door then? From what I can tell.
Well, you can tell, yes, because dark stains cover the floor of this area. Large oak tables, scarred with and beaten, lay scattered like toys about this room. Their wood crushed and splintered. Replacing them are furnishings made entirely of human bones. The wall and the 20-foot high vaulted ceiling are sickly yellow color, not because they are faded with time-worn plaster, but because they are adorned with bones and skulls, arranged in a morbidly decorative fashion, giving mounds of bones and the room a cathedral-like quality. 4 enormous mounds of bones occupy the corners of this ossuary, and garlands of skulls extend from these mounds to a chandelier of skulls extend from these mounds to a long table constructed of bones. In the center of the room, 10 chairs made of bones and festooned with decorative skulls surround the table, resting atop of which is an ornate bowl-shaped vessel made of, you guessed it, more bones.
As I leave the room, I just utter under my breath, "Millennials," and then I walk back out towards the step.
You see stairs leading upward.
I'll go up there, Gary, behind me. Oh, I'm still on Gary, aren't I? I'll go up with Gary.
Alright, you go up with Gary. which means that you are now here. Give me a second. Right, let's just say that you are on Gary,
Mm-hmm.
because for some reason I cannot move Gary.
Okay. I just keep going down the corridor. Like I'm actively looking for any sort of way out of the castle.
Well, you've been in this place before.
Right,
When
it's
you
just
went
go
to
on.
dinner, this was the place that you had your reception, and you know that,
Is that door in front of me where the dining hall is?
yes, this is the dining hall.
I know where I am. Yes. Um. Okay. So I will proudly gallop on Gary out to the hallway and look up. If I remember rightly, there should be like a big foyer here with the door off to the left. I also remember that last time we came here, and me personally didn't enter, but I know that when Suckett and Seraphim tried to gain entry, there was defenses in place.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I'd like to do is, as I'm coming up here, I'm going to keep using minor illusion to make it look like Cyrus is standing beside me, escorting me out.
Share the minor illusion cantrip description, please.
You'd like me to read it to you? I can do that.
No, I want you to share it with me.
What you don't trust me? Minor illusion is charm. That one. I open it and then there's a chat button.
Yeah, there's a little text thingy.
Apparently, every time I click it, nothing happens. I can put it. Oh, there we go.
There we go. You create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. The duration is 1 minute. The illusion also ends if you dismiss it. Sound volume can range from a whisper. If you create an image or an object, such as a chair, body footprints, or a small object.
Put him on the horse.
That's a good point. Yes,
Yeah,
I'll put
yeah,
him on
yeah.
the wall.
I think
I'll
if you put it like on the back or the front of the horse,
Yeah.
like the horse moves, but compared to the rest of the area, it does not move.
Okay. So yeah, I'll put him on the horse then. I'll cast him. So it looks like he's with me, but he's like escorting me out silently, obviously, because I can't do sound and an image. I think you can do one or the other. Can you do both? Or is it one? I think it says sound or thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's one or the other.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'm non-threateningly, if that's even a word, I will very calmly, just slowly but surely head towards the exit. If
Right.
at any moment I feel under threat or something's about to attack me, I'll break out into a full-blown gallop to go out.
I move you here because this door is closed, and I want you to make a deception check with advantage.
This is new. I don't think I've ever done one of these. Huh.
Someone give him inspiration.
That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. 5. Ooh. And 6. That's 7.
How many?
That's 8. As you look up,
Statistically speaking, there's no way that worked.
you see 8 gargoyles.
Mm-hmm.
And as you move past them, 7 of them stand still, but one of them uses its head to track you. Give me one more deception check.
Straight up deception, yeah.
Yeah, and I will roll against it.
Oh.
As you walk past it, it just follows you for a few steps and then moves its head straight forward, turning back into stone.
I will then go towards the door to try to go through it.
Right, the door's closed.
Then I'll have to dismount Gary and then open it. Is there a way for me to open it? Or is it locked? Because if it's locked, I'll reach into my pocket and pull out the chain of keys and try them on it.
Well, it's unlocked.
Then I keep my nerve and I just open the doors and then walk out with Gary and Cyrus following me.
As you open the door, you see a grand hall. Overhead, the vaulted entry stand 4 statues of dragons that glare down, their eyes flickering in the torchlight. Give me another deception check with advantage because you have Cyrus with you. Cyrus!
Fuck off, Cyrus. Deception.
Give me a deception check. Who and 23. Let's see what happens. They have a certain number as their bonus. Do you dare to traverse this room?
As far as I know, it's working, so I'm going to keep going forward. Is the door in front of me closed, I assume, right?
The door in front of you is closed.
I will continue to walk with Gary right beside me, and I'll be like talking to Cyrus, just muttering random things as I'm walking towards the exit.
What are you saying to Cyrus?
Thank you so much for your hospitality. It's been a pleasure coming, and please give my regards to your master. I'm saying this as I'm walking.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the very long conversation we had downstairs has probably tired you out, so I don't expect you to respond. And I'll open the doors and continue out.
You open the doors and they close on their own accord behind you.
I'll
Do you want
I'll
some
grab-
inside information?
yes, please.
You rolled a 23 and these dragons had a +1 and they rolled a 12, a 19, an 18, and an 18. In front of you, you see the drawbridge down. There's a straight path for you to run around, to run away from Castle Ravenloft.
I will not run. I will tactically saunter across because I understand the concept of tactical advantage, and I know as much as I want to stay and help my friends, and I make a vow as I'm leaving that I will be back for them. That I need help. There's no way I'll be able to survive on my own. But I will be back to save Suckid, Bjorn, and Killian, if indeed it is the divine path for me. So I will get on Gary and I will leave the area in search of the only 2 remaining people that I know of that are no longer in the castle, which is Seraphim and Trish. I also know which colour stone they threw in. And can we just say that I have a good enough memory to remember the rhyme without having to recite it for you?
Well, there's 2 things I want you to do. One is roll a history check to see if you remember the rhyme. You remember it well enough. And one is a perception check with advantage.
Oh, yes.
Now I'm getting 20s. I could have done this bloody chest.
With your natural 20, as you walk the pathway towards the drawbridge leading out from Castle Ravenloft, you take one look back at this castle that has supposedly been the bane to the existence of many of your compadres. You look above the door that you just left, and you see a familiar face hanging from the parapets.
A face or a head?
A head
Oh god, are you going whole Game of Thrones with me? And
which
having,
has a face in front of it.
you going Game of Thrones and having Ned's head on a spike?
No. It's Zucket's head.
Oh!
I see Suckid's head dangling from the...
From the parapets above the door. Everybody press F
fuck?
in chat.
Oh, no way! Is there any way for me to retrieve this head?
No, it's way too far up.
Wow. I have a silent tear run down my face and say, I will get vengeance for you.
Roll for tear.
Hang on. I know what that's going to be as well. Hang on. I'll roll for a tear.
I roll one as well.
Hang on.
Now
You
he gets
do not
exhausted.
even shed a tear.
I wrote a deception check. Damn it, I didn't cry. I make a vow that I
You're
will-
not really crying, that's it.
I make a vow to get vengeance for Suckid. Like, I will get vengeance for you.
You pass the outer courtyard towards the drawbridge, and as you pass the drawbridge, the gargoyles do not attack this time. The wind picks up as you pass and traverse the bridge, and the moment you pass it, you look around once more. Your eyes lock with the dead eyes of Zuckid as the bridge closes, seemingly by its own accord. You try to keep the eyes of Zuckid, the dead eyes of Zuckid, locked as far as you can, as long as you can, until the bridge reaches too high for you to remain contact. Seraphim,
Yes.
Pyrokid Trish, what are you doing?
Where did we end exactly last session?
Last session, you ended inside the coffin maker shop. You had
Yeah.
no, just outside the coffin maker shop. To be honest, Trish was outside. I think you were inside, and Rudolph was inside.
Yes.
Wait, didn't I just revivify Rictavio? Not Rictavio.
Von Rick.
What's his name? Von Richten, yes. And it ended there and then?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Let's pick it up there after I delete everybody from the combat tracker and put you back in.
As Von Richten gets up, I immediately look out of the window. Do I see Trish there?
Yeah, you see Trish there.
Trish! Oh, you're safe. I'm so happy you made it alive.
And you?
Yes.
How is Van Richten? Is he there?
Well, he died, but I found the powers to revive him once again.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Are you shouting this out the window?
Yes.
It's gonna pop up. Don't shout my name out in public, please.
So let's meet downstairs again. Come on.
I was gonna say, can I...
What's your code name then, Von Richten? We need a code name if you don't want it.
Can I have a map though, please?
Do you have a map now?
Nothing happens when I double click my...
Yeah, I don't either. But I mean, we're not gonna stay much longer at the.
No, like we're-
You know what? Do you have it
So
now?
it doesn't really matter.
I do.
Yes.
There you go.
It's for content.
But what should be your code name then, Von Richten? I don't want to oust you or anything.
I'm gonna pull out the hat of disguise, put it on my head. Call me Tricky Ricky, mate. Tricky Ricky. Octavio.
Hey, Trish, Tricky, let's meet at the front door.
Okay.
And I just simply head out to the front door.
All right, I'll move you all to the front door.
You can middle click me, baby.
I will if you give me a second. Everybody's here.
I grab Trish by the shoulders and
We
Oh.
huddled in.
I was. Oh, after we seem to have lost so many of our friends, I was very scared to also lose you, Trish. It's just us and Tricky Ricky here right now.
Yes, that was touching you there.
Indeed. Would it be a good idea to head off to the church with the bones and get
I
that
was-
settled right away and maybe
Uh,
determine if it's a safe spot for us now?
I was thinking the same thing. Yes. Let's do
I'm
that
totally-
immediately.
But if I'm totally honest, I don't think anywhere in town is quite safe at the moment with the position of power again in such a short space of time.
Well, it seems like most of the normal authorities of town have taken their positions. We don't have anything to fear from Lady Wachter's people, it seems. And in any case, I think we all need a good night's sleep after this.
Well, maybe the tower on Lake Burrow.
Well, I have a specific situation with one of the hags of the windmill, Morgantha. she's able to find me. And I've come to the theory, at least, that the church might provide me some safety. And I think if I regain my powers, I will be of much more use to this group.
I can tell you now that the church will not.
It won't?
No, she can travel through planes.
Yes.
Yes. The way to stop her is you need to take the Hearthstone from her. I think it's the Hearthstone. Let me Google this.
Well, is that called a meta book? What is that?
No, it is my monster manual of fiends, sir.
Okay.
DM, would I be? This is a weird question to ask. Like, would that convince me?
Well, give me a religion check. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
With a 14, you have seen single-handedly, like with your own eyes, the blood of the innocent spilled inside this church. You could deduce that no matter if the bones are brought back, the ground has been desecrated with the blood of the innocent.
Seraphim, my friend. According to my monster manual, I should be able to ward off this evil thing, but we must meet. Let's go to my tower. It will be safe there. Have you been there before? I was meant to meet you there, but I wasn't there when you should have turned up.
Wait, was that the time where you supposedly looked like Rictavio and we were supposed to meet Rictavio there?
I am Rictavio.
Yes.
Von
Okay.
Richten? Who's Von Richten? Oh, he's that master hunter, isn't he? Yes.
Yes. But are you certain that you are able to protect me from a restless night once again?
There is an anti-magic field around the tower that should protect you.
Why did I not think of that?
We must
Indeed.
make haste. We must get to my cart and make haste to that.
It is
I can
one thing to have the relief of your friends surviving, but the relief of a night's rest after 3 nights of turmoil is almost too much for me.
John. Don't worry. While you're waiting, Seraphim, I can use a lovely spell on you that can protect you. This should protect you. Oh, am I breaking silence? Go. Yep.
What? It's always Luke. It's always Luke.
It will protect you from good and evil, but it will forfeit Sirenscape.
For how long does this work?
Well, this should last enough time to get to the tower if we make haste now, but she cannot contact you while you're under the effects of the spell.
Excellent. Lead the way, please.
I will explain more about her when we're relaxed and indoors.
Should we at least make a stop and just deliver these bones at the church now that we have them?
Message.
Go and do that. Go to the Blue Water Inn, go and get us a few drinks and meet me at the tower. And at this point, I'm just gonna swallow.
Why can't you do that?
Well, because like, you do realize who I am, that everyone is looking for this face at the moment. I need to get out of town.
You go to a tavern?
Well, I just want a drink. I want you to go and get me a drink from the tavern. On your way, then we can get back to the tower. You're protected from the spell at the moment, sir.
Okay.
Get some drinks, get some refreshments, get some food. Meet me at the tower. We'll spend a night there. We'll be fine.
Oh, that's what you mean. Now I understand. Trish, was it just me? Did you understand what he was saying?
No. I heard get some drinks.
Okay.
You have a
Then it
one-track mind,
wasn't
Trish.
Okay, well, we'll meet you at the tower then.
Very well. I'll see you there.
And we'll try to get some refreshments and food for along the way, considering the town has been through some shit.
But let's still go drop off these bones first.
Yes,
Even
I
if
agree.
even if it doesn't do much for them, it will at least they'll have the peace of mind of having the bones of their saint restored.
Yes, the uplifting of spirits is hard needed here.
Exactly.
So we
And if
head off
Weirdo
to
wants
the
to do it, then well, more the better.
So we head off to, well,
Well, we could just go to the tavern, then to the church, and then exit this town in order. It doesn't really matter. What am I talking about? We're going to the church.
let's do the church first, because then in the tavern we can talk about how we brought the bones back to the church.
Yes.
And
yes.
also
Oh,
we don't risk starting to drink at the tavern and then forget about bringing the bones back.
Wow, you have grown wise, my Trish.
okay, so we do that.
Alright, so you are heading towards the inn or the church first?
Church.
Right, so you
On,
head
on
over
count
to...
of Trish's wisdom.
Right, so you head over to the church, and just like last time, you see that the church is boarded up.
Are you about to say
I-
something, or?
I'm waiting for you. You see, like,
I'm gonna knock on the door.
you hear the unmistakable sound of... You've heard this before, but you hear the unmistakable sound of screams from inside, and the sound of vampires screech.
Wait, what is this?
That doesn't sound very good. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's get some guards' attention, maybe.
We should indeed.
I don't think I'm up to the task of another.
Battle?
A shuffle. You're presenting a shuffle. Yes.
DM,
Yeah.
like, can you hear this from the street and nobody is, like, batting an eye? Or is it...
Like, as you look around, everybody's giving this church a really wide berth.
What the fuck?
You have entered this town before from the west,
Yes.
and I don't know if you remember, but as you pass the church, you've seen that it's been boarded up. Now that you are in front of the door and knocking on the door, you hear the sounds of vampire spawn, you hear the screams, you hear the scratching on the wooden, like the cover-up wood. You
Wait,
can deduce
we're-
that... Yeah?
So, no, sorry, I thought you were done talking.
No, ask away.
Well, like, when we were in the church last time, there were some deaths.
Mm-hmm.
How many people was that? Like, there were 1 or 2 people that died? No, more, I think.
There were more
3?
people that died, but about 3 people that were bitten by Strahd himself.
Yeah. So my question is, would the amount of sound that is being made inside correlate with the amount of people that we've seen bitten by then?
The screeches would amount to maybe 2 or 3 more than were bitten. The screams, like, you do not remember anybody being left inside of this church.
But they would have been inside here for days. considering that it has been boarded up for days already.
Give me a perception or insight check, whichever is highest for you.
Oh, definitely insight.
You check this door and you put your hand against the boarded up door and you feel like the vibration of the nails on the other side. Your hand retracts and you take an involuntary step backwards. As you look around, you see a small tower moving up and a latch on the upper right hand side of this boarded up door. Give me an insight check.
Another one. DJ Khaled. Another one.
Another one. Well, with the 19, you could deduce that people were pushed into this latch as food for this vampire spawn. Sacrifices of a sort.
Do you think this would be Lady Wachter's work?
Definitely. Definitely.
That's insane.
Oh. I'm even more glad that she's gone now.
Yes.
Jesus.
Whenever
Lordy Lord.
whenever we're up to strength again, we need to solve this as soon as possible. We might need 1 or 2 people to help us.
And
Or
maybe a good night's
some-
sleep.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Or some 1 or 2 people, or some matches and some fuel.
Well, now that I think of it, I could cast sunlight inside. It would hurt them, and they would not heal. It would
That's-
slowly deteriorate them. They cannot get out if I can see inside.
Well,
Rudolph, are you
presumably-
close?
Huh?
Rudolph, are you close?
No, I've already walked past and I'm at the city gates by now.
Alright.
And while I'm doing that, I'm going to take a potion of healing. It
Alright.
was quite the fight.
Seraphim, sorry I interrupted you. Please continue.
I'm correct in the assumption that the sun would also hurt them, or does it only remove their healing abilities?
Give me an Arcana check.
Damn, those rolls.
Can I help him with that?
Sure.
Well, for me.
You think back to the moment you last cast the daylight spell, and the fact that Strahd just pointed at it, gave you a thumbs up, and head inside the cart. It didn't seem like it hurt him in any way.
Ah, so like even though he would not be able to heal, it doesn't pose an immediate threat to him.
Are you asking me? Or
Well,
the universe?
no. I'm asking Faye in particular if she agrees with me.
Sorry?
Do
No, I
you
was
agree?
asking the universe.
If you're asking the universe, give me a Arcana check again.
Way rolling. 17.
With a 17, you can deduce that daylight does not equal sunlight.
Yeah. I got bamboozled by my DM on that one.
Yep, you did.
Okay.
Only
so I
because the
get it.
DM didn't think about the nuance before and after you took the spell.
Yes.
I'm very sorry. The
No,
DM
well,
is very sorry.
yes.
I'm not.
Coins is not sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Like they do seem like safely locked up in there, right? For the moment.
Yeah. For the moment, they look like they're inside this church. They're not coming out.
Okay. I want that sleeping going. Let's go.
Sorry, can you say that again?
I said we should go. I want to get the sleeping going.
Yes. let's go to the inn. Oh. Now that I
not
remember.
Again.
No. My gear is still inside the reformation center.
What?
My gear, my swords, and my bow.
Oh, I thought you said year. That would be very strange. Your gear. Okay.
Yes.
Do you know where?
I know that it was taken off me when I went inside, so no, not really. But I think we might as well go and have a look. And well, depends on how many cultists there are still there.
Yes. And the thing is, I have nothing left. No strength, no HP, no. I think I would feel a lot safer to do it tomorrow. Just tomorrow.
Let's say we go and have a look. If there's any cultists, any at all, we leave, we go to the tower, and we'll come back tomorrow. But I also would feel safer if I had my sword and my bow with me.
I understand. But we're getting food first. I do not want another interruption on the way to the inn.
So we head off?
Yeah, you head off. Like the sounds of the vampire spawn they diminish in ferocity, and as you are getting to the center of town, not really the center, but just the little square in front of the Blue Water Inn, let's have a small break.
Yay!
Yeah, the DM needs to wiggle his pee-pee.
Yes. If I shishi.
Go make a pee-pee.
Pee-pee. Shishi. Shasha. Shushu.
That's one character dead.
Yeah.
I liked how he did that.
I told him I wanted it to be gory and awesome. I'm like, put my head on a pike somewhere.
I liked
Nice.
This was a good way to go.
Oh,
I'll
Joe.
I'll be out for another couple yet, so
Wait, Joe,
I've
do you
been
have a
out.
character ready?
Yeah. I
Like,
can't say much, but I'm gonna be out for like 4 episodes. Like I've already been out 2 so far. Today
But
will be
wait.
another one.
If we go to the inn now and we ask for people who are, like, who could help us on our adventure, could you reasonably be there?
I could reasonably say the faster that, without giving away like
Yeah.
too much, the faster you go to where Luke wants you to go,
Okay.
the better.
Gotcha.
That
But-
would make sense.
I'm still looking at a couple because I'm still looking on missing at least 2 more, but it depends.
Joe, are you picking a beta class again?
Huh?
Are you?
Can't,
Are you?
I don't want to. I can't say, man.
No. I'm joking. Like, are you picking like a beta class again? Like one out of the third-party books or something?
No. Nope. Well,
Not again. Not again.
this one, it's kind of me and DM created.
Okay.
A proper homebrew class.
Sort of. I can't say
Uh,
much because
No. It's okay, Joe.
No,
That's not what we're asking. Like,
yeah, but it's sort of a homebrew between me and Coins to fit situations.
yeah, I got you.
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Looking forward.
Yeah,
And
but I'll be
wait,
out. I'll be out at least another 2 though.
Give enough, so much information you want to know more, and then keep silent about the rest.
Alwyn, could you reasonably be? Wait, is Bjorn? Well, I forgot. Is Bjorn still alive or not?
If you heard Strahd during that
already
little thing, he said he told Zucka that Killian and Bjorn were already dead.
So
Well, we know for definite that Killian's dead, right? Because he was the one who killed Sucked. Well, we don't know, but I mean, sorry.
Right.
Alwyn, would you reasonably be at the inn?
I have no idea. He's given me a tiny little snippet of information and then left me hanging for the rest of the time, so I don't know anything of what's happening.
Okay, well, I gave the DM a hint last week about the fact that we could go there looking for adventure, so I hope he has included one he has.
Yeah. You're looking for an inn there, are you? Someone?
Yes, an inn.
I have 2 backup characters already ready for whatever happens, so...
Okay, cool.
I had to try really hard not to say anything to you, sir, when you were talking about the daylight spell.
Well, no, but the thing is, like, this is why I'm bamboozled a little bit, because I found out about this, then I asked him, like, you said it would work this way, do you still allow for it? And then he said yes. I think he forgot. I'm not going to make a point about it. So I'm just going to switch it up when we level up, basically. Because he said, oh yeah, no, it was my fault, it's going to work, and he forgot about it.
You just assume that daylight is sunlight, right? Because it's light.
Well, no, it was even the other
work.
way. I was looking through spells, and I was just in here with only him, and I was like, oh man, what spell should I pick? And he was like, oh, well, maybe daylight, vampires, daylight. And so I read the spell, and I said, well, is that going to work then? And he said, yeah, sure.
God love him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really hard though, isn't it? When you're doing stuff, not to continue exploring. Like I had to physically stop myself from exploring.
Yes.
To leave, because a part of me, as much as I enjoyed the thought of just going around and exploring the whole of Ravenloft by my little lonesome, at the same time, it's not as fun, is it? It's when we're together, more taking part and doing something, right?
Yeah, but how awesome is PAX, to be honest? Jeez. Oh, bunch of vampires spawn. Ash.
Having sunlight is kind of helpful in that situation, though, isn't it?
Also having a min-maxed paladin, Joby.
It wasn't designed to be min-max. It's just that's the way it worked out with vampires, apparently.
Yeah,
No,
but
but
it's good.
Or
I mean,
roofs to throw
like
them off.
considering
Right. I tell you what, though, do you have any idea how hard it was for me fight the urge to try and get Leaf to go the same way as I can't remember his name now. Like when I was talking about him looking tired and stuff, I was going to. For a second, I thought, I've got a taste of it. Might as well. And then the other guy's like, oh my god, I could so go on a weird suicide thing.
Yes, Max, the Suicide King. Suicides are us.
Right? I'm going to talk Strahd into it. I swear, I'm going to talk Strahd into taking his own
What's the
life.
price?
She really doesn't love you, Strahd. Just think about it. She doesn't like you at all. Like, how is she going to love you? I have this sun sword right here.
You can end it all now.
Think about how much love it would be. How much love you would show. Just like, hang on.
The sheer relief of it all.
He's back. He's back. He's back. He's back.
He's back.
He's so not going to watch
Danny
this
friend.
back in the video when
Just
when
so you know, this is what my cat is doing at the moment.
What, licking its
Staring.
ass all the
Yep.
time, or yes, might do that as well, like right in front of me. DM, just so you know,
take shits in front of you.
we discussed that every dead character right now, their new character would be found at the inn, so we can have. We've discussed all of this. You don't have to worry about it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you all. This is a load off my mind. All right.
Good luck.
Trish.
Yes.
Seraphim. You're standing
Yes.
in front of the Blue Water Inn. What are you doing?
After you, Trish.
I'm gonna knock on the door, and assuming it's closed, I'm gonna knock on the door and try to enter. Try to get some drinks. Try to get some food.
It should be to go, by the way. We should not eat here.
All right.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, sure.
You knock on the door, and he opens the door. The man you have saved from the Reformation Center.
Oh, it's your friend, Trish. What
He
nice of
ushers
to
you,
see him
he
again.
ushers you in and closes the door behind you.
Are you close, my friend?
No, we're not close, but it is a rather how do they say a friendly evening. And as you look around, you see a few people hunched over their drinks in the gloom. Like all of the candles, they've not been turned down, but if there were 3 candles, just one of them is lit at the moment. This is the same in every corner.
Since when has this turned into a gentleman's club?
Well, it's not only gentlemen, he points out, and you see a few women in there. This is, well, ever since someone made Lady Wachter disappear, we have been talking amongst ourselves. We have been spurred up by a person. He left just moments ago, but we are quite ready to take our lands back, and the sound and the feeling of Barovia, for at least some of us, is that we are on the winning side of things. He looks at you expectantly, like he wants to ask you for reassurance.
Yeah. Well, I think one thing to keep in mind is if you don't seek out to go against Strahd himself, keep things local, your progress local, the lifting of spirits local, I think you will come a long way and maybe nurture this little seed of freedom and independence. In time, and with the right help, it might become a flower that blooms under a shining light once again in these lands. You have allies, and you have friends.
I am sure, but we cannot take on the devil by ourselves. We need help. We need you and your posse.
Yes. There is. On that matter, Trish and I were interested to know whether there are people that frequent this inn that are of the adventuring kind, so to say.
Oh, well, there was this one man. He looked quite pale. He asked about the sorcerer, and it didn't make head nor tails. Though, for some reason, he left, and he said he headed west. I was quite confused. It looked like he was out of time or out of life for the moment. He was a bit. Yes and no. Sorry, my wife was asking something. Yes, laugh it up. He was asking,
We're having a conversation here, woman.
You tell her, Seraphim, but just not too loud so she can hear it.
Yes.
He left for greener pastures. Like it was almost like he wasn't really there. It was almost like he was a spirit of sorts. But it was quite confusing in the what, woman? Just hand out the drinks. You know what to do. I'm sorry, she just women. Triggered, I know. She he blew my mind just now. He said he was a spirit of some sorts and heading off to the Abbey. I don't know an Abbey. Abbey is I it sounded like a weird name to me. But he said he went to the Abbey to be reborn, something like this. It was quite confusing.
Do you
Did they
think
say-
that could be the man we lost at Lady Babagiza Bagaza? What's her name?
I don't know, but
he
it sounds
say
like
what
a
his
techno
name
song.
was?
Yes, Babagiza.
His name started with a Z. Zoltan?
Look at.
Zucket!
Was it Zup?
Yes. Zucket. His name was Zucket, and he passed through these lands
When was this?
mere moments ago. You just
What?
missed him. Quelle surprise! I know.
Yes. In the meanwhile, we have other business also to take care of. Trish, considering your, like we called, Burgundian ways, I would trust you most in terms of food and drink to take with.
Yes, my dear friend. Can you help us out? We're heading outside of town, but we would like some food and drink for on the road, and for tonight.
Well, if you want food and drink from the road, you just
For
look at the
road.
ground. Oh, but if you want for the road,
I hate you.
I know. For the road, we have a lot of stuff, but we would need.
But sir, I'm not feeding the road. I need food for on the road.
Here we go.
For some reason, you take 4d6 psychic damage. I do not know why. We have a lot of food for on the road.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
indeed.
That's exactly what we need.
Oh, I'm glad we're on the same level right now.
Yes.
The
Or
level
one could say
being
page.
well, the page is just a stationary object, but the level is continuous along the road. It's even above the road, because if it was on the road, it would be for the road.
Yes.
Yes.
We would not like that.
No,
I prefer the way you describe it, indeed.
indeed.
Forget the pages.
How did I describe it again? Please
You
enlighten me.
said I said pages, and you said level.
Yes, but
Yes,
pages
but
are also
above.
level if they're on the ground.
Yes. Well, let's go back to the food, please.
Tally ho!
Yes.
I hate you.
You too.
We have a lot. We have a lot of food. It's being cooked right now by my lovely wife. Don't tell her I said she's lovely. She will. Whew, just order from the menu what you want and be on your way.
Yes. Maybe see the menu?
He points over his shoulder on like a chalkboard above the bar that has all the food listed with the prices. Like,
Oh, it's a Dutch snack bar.
yes. Barovia is a Dutch place. It's really weird.
Yes, it is.
Oh, can I have some bitterballen?
Yes, you can have the bitterballs, also the croquettes, maybe the frikandel.
This might sound a little bit exotic, but do you also have a Mexicano?
Not only do we have a Mexicano, but we also have the bear claw.
Really?
Yes. And
It's been so long.
the cheese souffle. Though I would not
no.
recommend it.
Back home, I have a friend who would very much not like that.
Yes, I hear he's awesome.
Oh, Trish, what is your choice?
Oh, I think I will go with the mitraillette.
Wait,
That sounds Flemish to me.
It's a piece of bread. It's like a French piece of bread with fries, and well, it can be a burger, or yeah, probably like a burger and some like mayonnaise or andalous maybe. Yeah, andalous.
That sounds
And
like a
fries.
Flemish kapsalon.
Yes, we have the capsulon for you. If you want.
Oh, this
I'll
is
take
such
two.
a low countries
like
in
a-
joke.
like
It's
a-
not funny for everyone else anymore.
Like a niche thing, because I see like Luke, Joe looking at us like, what?
Oh god, Dutch culture for you.
Right, so
Don't worry,
you
I'm
get
just thinking of baguette.
yes, you get all this stuff, all that you want to eat while you're traveling the road.
Get my inspiration for that one, Luke.
All right, I'll take deduce one inspiration for you and give it to Luke. Your bags are stuffed. Where do you go?
Trish, should we head out straight to the end destination?
I still well let's pause by the Reformation Center and
Oh,
and just
yes.
see how what it looks like. And
I already forgot I'm so tired.
You
Helio.
pass, like you head out from the Blue Water Inn, and you move along the road, head up north to the Reformation Center, and it looks like it's packed with cult members, a few Vistani that you can see, and some guards standing at the door. Like you see the cult members on the top floor, you see the Vistani at the bottom floor, and you see two guards in front of the main entrance.
Do you mean to say that the cultists are being apprehended in there, or?
Give me an insight or perception check, both of you.
13.
14.
There you go.
With a 13 and a 14, you can tell that they are running around. You get a slight hint of panic from the cultists as they are grabbing files and folders and just slamming them on the desk. You stand there for a few seconds. You see a young man walking past the window. His features are reminiscent of the features of the dead man you saw in the Wachterhaus, but also slightly hinting at the features of Lady Wachter.
Oh, fuck. Of course, they had a kid.
Trish, we have to consider the possibility of that young man making a rise to power. But I do not feel like this is the moment we could intervene.
No, you're right. Perhaps if we could get all the guards of Barovia on our side and to face them, but no, let's wait until tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be soon enough. Our biggest problems might just be solved if we all get a good night's sleep.
So I guess we leave towards the tower. What time is it actually?
Well, you didn't really sleep, so you treated most of the wounded at dusk. Yeah, dusk till dawn. Yeah, dusk. Then you headed off to the coffin maker shop. It took about an hour to make your way through. Then 1 minute until all of you almost died. Then you were back outside. Went to the... So it's about noon-ish.
Yeah. And the tower is like a couple hours of hiking, right?
Yeah. It's basically 5-6 hours of hiking.
Okay, so yeah, we would be there around dinner time, so to say.
Yeah.
Still fits our schedule. That's what I was thinking about. Like, not midnight walking through the woods of Barovia, basically. Well, let's go then.
All right. So you guys are heading to the woods of Barovia. And as you are traveling through these woods, you get the feeling that something is watching you or calling you.
Is this the same feeling we've had before on the road?
Well, you have felt this once before.
Was that like the lantern thingy, or?
Well, as you're walking down this path and it's winding around, you pass the bridges that you've seen before. You check the ground around you. From what you know, these roads can be treacherous, scary. But seeing as it's daytime, you're bolstered with bravado and pretty much you can see anything that would be coming towards you. And as you're walking down the path, you do not deviate from it, I imagine, because the Swallich woods are a scary place. You almost trip at something that is half buried in the floor, Trish. What do you do?
Well, I take a look to see what it is. I don't touch it, or like not anymore, like after tripping over it. But I still want to see what it is.
The moment your foot collided with it, it pushed it out of the dirt for just a centimeter or two. An inch. And you can see that it is a doll's head. You can only see the back of it. Looks like porcelain, glinting in the scant light. What do you do?
Do I recognize this as the doll from Linksy?
No, Blinksy's dolls are not made of porcelain. They are made of satchel.
Yeah.
Oh, or the doll from the Death House?
Yeah, that was my question gonna be.
No, that was also made of satchel.
Didn't he also make that one?
Well, it said on the bottom, on the tag, is no fun, is no Blinksy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that was so weird about it. Oh, wait. Trish, we can, if you don't want to touch it, we can solve this. And I aberrate Mage Hand.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish me to pick it out of the earth? Or do you not trust it?
Perhaps we should also do this tomorrow. I'm assuming we're taking the same road back, so...
Sure. Yeah, let's make a marking on the side of the road or something so we recognize the place.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
How do you make this marking?
Like, I imagine something like making a specific pile of stones or something. Something that wouldn't be like necessarily noticeable or would stand out, but to us would make sense to be recognized. Like maybe like a tiny pyramid of 3 stones or something next to a tree, or
Or like maybe make a carving in a tree, just like a long
yeah,
bar,
something like that.
something that can't be easily removed.
Ah, yes, that's a good one.
That's very good. So you do all these things. You make a little pyramid of stones next to the road on the other side. You scratch a long line inside a tree. And you look around and you're fairly certain that the moment you pass this place again, you can find it.
Is there something obvious we can like notice from the doll as is?
Well, it depends. Are you, like Trish, tripped over it? You're both a feet or two past it.
Yeah, just like looking at it from that distance. Like, is there something very noticeable about it, is what I'm asking.
From this side, no.
Like, it doesn't have a swastika on its forehead or something, that's what I mean.
Well, you can only see the back of its head at this moment.
On the back of its head, then.
No swastika, no signal, like nothing that you can recognize. No sigil
Yeah.
of Ravenloft, no tag that says there's no fun, there's no
Yeah.
pixie, nothing.
Precisely. Yeah, okay.
Good idea. We'll do this tomorrow. To the tower it is.
You continue your way, and as the road meanders through the woods, after a while, after a few hours, on your right hand side, you see the tower, the same tower that you have been to before.
Oh, yes.
Again, you see. I'll share it with you. You see the same cart that was there before.
I stole my Vistani clothes out of that thing.
You did.
Ush, as we get to the door, may I do the Macarena to open it?
Knock yourself out.
Thank you. I had great fun last time.
All right. Seraphim,
Yes.
Do it.
as you see the tower in front of you, please do the Macarena.
Yes. So Seraphim stands in front of the door, tries to be very ceremonial about
Please
it.
stand up and do the dance.
You won't see it if I
Yes.
stand up.
Do the dance.
You have to do the
No, it would-
dance.
It will become Dickham. So I start up first like this, then like this,
Yeah,
then like this with my legs
yeah,
as a jumping jack.
yeah,
Then I do them down.
yeah,
Then I do them up.
yeah.
Then I do them like this,
No,
like this.
no,
That's not the Macarena.
no.
But
That's not even close to being the Macarena.
wait, is it inverted for you guys? Because that's exactly what the picture says.
No, that was not what the picture said. Because you did this. Well, you should have done this.
I did this.
No.
Okay.
Not again.
All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Continue from this.
Okay. Tip, 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 tip. Then again sideways,
Yep.
and then both down again.
The door opens.
Also, roll back the tape.
I will, for sure, roll back the tape. And if it shows that I was right, we'll retcon this shit.
I
Oh.
should not have said anything.
Show.
And we enter. Or I do it, at least.
No. As you enter, you again get this very annoying feeling that the hairs on the back of your neck prick up, and you feel that the usually unnoticeable bond that you have with your patron, your magic, it's severed the moment you step through this door.
I
know
totally
you-
imagine. Oh.
Yeah. Now, I know you don't
I
have
said-
a patron, but like
Yeah,
the
I get it.
feeling, like it's like usually you have a rope that you carry with you that unnoticeable, but the moment it's severed, you notice it for sure.
I was about to say, like, I have the sense that for me, Sally, it would be like not wearing my glasses.
Yeah, indeed. Like everything is normal,
Yes.
but the moment you step through this door, it feels like you're not wearing your glasses. You can see
Yeah.
perfectly. There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong
yeah.
with your vision, but like the
Something's just
feeling-
gone.
The feeling of your glasses is gone.
Yeah. Cool.
Kazan, are you here, buddy?
Tsukiriki? You here?
Do you remember where you left Kazan?
I sent him here.
He's up.
Yeah, there was there like a staircase up from the door or something? Or oh, was it the elevator thing or something?
And there is the elevator. Indeed.
Fish, do you remember how this works? Did you have to say up or something?
Oh, I don't remember now. But that's
I
alright.
think if we stand on it and just say up, I think that was it. I'm not certain, but
Well, let's try.
Well, I'll go stand on it. Wait to see if Trish also comes with and
Yeah.
Do
say
you
up.
want the flavor text?
Oh yes.
Yes.
So the flagstone is strewn with debris, and few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain to the south partially obstructs the tower's vestibule, and as you put it aside, you see a 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor with a little, how would I tell this, a little floor inside the indentation. 4 pulleys attached to it and taut iron chains that stretch up through a similarly sized hole in the rotted wooden ceiling. Standing next to these chains are 4 tall clay creatures. You said you would standing on this elevator floor?
Yeah, if it's down because
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
down.
yeah. And if I remember correctly, you were supposed to say up to go up.
The moment you say up, you again hear the sound of the chains moving up.
Oh yes, there was elevator music. I remember. Takes a minute. It's magic. It's not technology, guys.
You pass the first floor and dust and cobwebs fill this otherwise empty room. The wooden floor, which is badly rotten and partially collapsed, escapes your sight as your elevator is moving further upwards.
Was this the floor where the wall outside is still open?
No, and as you're asking yourself this question, you see, as the elevator moves upward, that time and the elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwestern wall and slimy black mildew on the walls. The wooden floor is completely rotten and has begun to fall away in places as your elevator moves further up. And it takes a while. It's almost as the last few feet are slower than the first few. But as you enter the top part of the tower, it's unlike the levels below. This room shows signs of recent habitation, and although this place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with matching chair, bright tapestries, and a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Light enters through arrow slits, as well as through dirt-cracked windows with broken shutters. One of them is truly broken, after Strahd made his litany of things fly through it. And as you look up, you see Rudolf Richten sitting behind his desk, or the desk, on this floor.
Ah, my friend, made it.
He turns around and says, "Ah, my friends, you made it."
Made it.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yay.
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 Aww.
Yay.
Oh,
Ooh.
Everyone else is happy to end. I don't want to go.
I need to ask a couple of questions to the party. One, did we ask von Richten about the head?
Yes.
Two,
Who
is
was
he
it
going to
in
answer
the end?
you about the head? No.
It was for Stanley Steve, wasn't it?
Yeah, okay. Have we told him the book is now in hands of Strahd?
No.
Yeah, we have. We've had a conversation with him when when he revealed himself to us.
So, like, we've talked about what has happened in this tower.
I believe so, because it happened after, wouldn't it?
Okay. Well, just to know, like, do Trish and Seraphim still have secrets towards him? I was wondering.
Surely Kazan will answer to him, right?
Yeah, but Kazan is not like an intelligent, sentient being necessarily.
Yeah, but he's mine.
He has feelings.
We will see about that.
I wonder if he calls him Kazan as well, because that would be funny.
They probably
Kazan,
call him
no!
Stanley Steve, wouldn't he?
Thanks for the lovely session, DM.
That was a very nice session.
The whole death thing, Zucker, very, very well done. Like, superbly done.
Thank you.
And the
Yeah,
touch
but is
with
he
the
dead
severed head,
because...
with the severed head hanging off, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
spotted in Vallaki after the fact.
Yeah, but you're forgetting about the time difference.
How
Oh,
far is the
parties-
time difference?
Well, I suppose
Joby,
Does that mean you're already in Vallaki in that time? Like?
Sally.
I was thinking, like, the moment you were asking whether you could grab his head, I was thinking that if it was possible for you to take his head with, I could have made it speak what has happened to him.
You know what? That was totally what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking I just wanted another severed head in my bag. I honestly was thinking along the lines of trying to get information, honestly.
Yeah, because we don't know.
You don't know that Suckett's dead, no? Just like
No,
we
but
don't-
also, like, what exactly has happened to him, and specifically how he died, why, you know?
We never will we?
No, exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
Gillian killed.
So there's still possibilities that we might encounter something of him. Well, you, as I'm currently not in the picture.
Also, the word I was looking for was Strahd's bats that went through the window.
Yeah, when he
Ah,
turned himself
okay.
to bats.
Batshit crazy man.
I enjoyed listening to you a lot. I'm gonna log off now.
All right.
Okay, Elwin.
Later, man.
Later,
Later,
guys.
Alwyn.
See you, buddy.
Later.
Not at
We need to buy that guy golf.
Yes.
And not just
Right.
that, I think you've got it
Speaking-
in your
What?
in one of your bundles.
Probably.
Who?
Yeah, gift it.
Oh yeah, maybe.
When's Bjorn coming back? Because I feel like he might be getting a bit left out. He's been like not in like 5 sessions now.
No, but
Yeah.
I do think that him having a dead character and starting a new one within this group as he has been here is a whole different dynamic than being a new guy with a new character.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And on that note, I will stop the recording.
And now we can